So good and tasty.
How's it going, everybody? So last night was a big night. In case you live under a rock, the Super Bowl went down. It was time for Kansas City to make history, but to my not so surprise, I knew they would crumble. And you know why I knew they would crumble? It's because Tom Brady was in the building. As soon as I saw him in there, I was like, uh-oh, that's a lot of pressure on Mahomes. And then you're going to add Mr. 47, Donald Trump, in the building? Oh, God, man, I should have placed some bets because it was going downhill, and I was proven right.
Crowd going wild, seeing President Trump as he salutes during the national anthem at Super Bowl 59, making history as he becomes the first sitting president to attend the big game. Fox News contributor Joe Concha joins me now. Joe, what message did the entire scene, if you will, send from Trump going to the game to his saluting during the anthem to bringing back the pregame interview?
Todd, it's amazing that that's the first U.S. president that we have seen at a Super Bowl out of the 59 Super Bowls that we have had. You can't get your head around it. The fact that Nixon wasn't there or Gipper, you know, Ronald Reagan never attended one, Bill Clinton, a big sports fan, George W. Bush. The fact that Donald Trump was there shows that optimism is back. The golden age is back here in America. And Donald Trump obviously got a huge ovation. Didn't see that great of a game, obviously, but at the same time, when you have 120 million people watching as a president, that is a layup. That is well, I guess layup's probably the wrong word here. That is a 1-inch touchdown for any politician to make. And the fact that Donald Trump was the first to do it tells you a lot, Todd.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. 59 Super Bowls and not one president went. I wonder why. It feels like today is a really good and it was a really smart type of move just to be out there with the people, you know, connecting, showing that he's more aligned with, you know, everyday citizens, even though I know he's up there in his own kind of world. But it's the image, right? Down here with the common folk enjoying the good old pastime of some football. And while we're here, before we hop into the rest of this little segment here, let's just go ahead and get everything up out the way. That was an ass whooping. I kept asking my wife, I was like, are they going to score something? And then we got down to the third quarter. I was like, honey, are they going to pull Tom Brady? Because they be saying he that good, but he ain't that guy. He ain't that 328 ATL ass whooping kind of guy. Eagles, good job. Now pack up your shit, get the fuck up out of here. Disney World is closed. Goodbye. Until next year. That halftime show, trash. And I'm saying that mostly because I just don't know Kendrick Lamar's songs. So it was like, a little boring, a little stale. I did like the red, white, and blue, though. I will give them that. Overall, I think the performance for the president was very lackluster. Kansas City, you should be ashamed. You should have given your president a show.
Y'all are trash. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are trash. Like, y'all are so trash. I want you to know that I'm talking to you, so I'm going to say your name, then I'm going to call you trash.
We have to come together. But to come together, there's only one thing that's going to do it, and that's massive success. Success will bring the country together, but it's hard.
Yeah, along those lines, Joe, to borrow from sports, winning solves a lot of problems.
Yeah, optimism is the key right now. And if Donald Trump is successful in his next 4 years, then the country does come together. There was a CBS poll out yesterday, Todd, showing his approval rating higher than ever. But the crosstab is what you have to look at. And one was that 70% of the American people, 7 in 10, believe that Donald Trump will be successful in terms of keeping his campaign promises kept. And that's amazing. 7 in 10 backing Donald Trump in terms of, I promise something, I'm going to deliver on it. That's all you need to know as far as the way people look at Donald Trump, and particularly young people. He's polling higher than any other age group, when you look at 18 to 29, than any other age group right now. So the future looks great with Donald Trump in terms of what he's saying he will do and what he actually is doing as far as the executive orders are concerned and everything else.
Well, let's get to the commercials now, Joe. Top Super Bowl commercials. This one from the Secret Service really got a lot of people's attention. It was brought to us by action director Michael Bay. Watch.
Protectors are born, they're not made. America's Secret Service protecting this Super Bowl is asking a few more to step forward.
Oh, yeah, that's all Michael Bay. What was your favorite ad, Joe?
I loved, there were several actually that I really liked, but the Peyton Manning one was really good. There was 1,000 that were great. It wasn't overall though. Let me give it like a big picture story here, Todd. I didn't see like one where I'm like, wow, I'm going to remember that 20 years from now, right? There wasn't the Bud Light frogs, for example. It was all the ads were pretty good, but this one that we saw here with Ben Affleck, for example, who's been great lately, overall, or Seal, obviously, that was also an awesome one. But overall, they were good. But at the party that I was at, next door neighbor, no one stood out and said, "Wow, that was a great ad."
Yeah, in this day and age, I don't really care about football anymore. I mean, back in my younger days, I was pretty obsessed, but I still watch for the hype, the commercials, and the halftime show. And I'll say on top of these commercials, I kind of agree. I think he was being a little nice. I thought they were all okay. I mean, nothing crazy really stood out to me. I must have went to the bathroom when that Secret Service one came out. But even so, I was like, watching it for the first time now, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Things seem to be dulling down a bit. In the national anthem, I mean, he didn't sound terrible, but it didn't blow me away either. It was no Chris Stapleton. It was no Whitney Houston. But I know those are tall orders to fill. But it's just, come on, man. Come on.
Now we got to get your thoughts on this, though, because Taylor Swift was booed during the Super Bowl, Joe. Watch. Joe, care to say something about Taylor Swift that's going to ruin your day on Twitter or X?
No. Nope. She's a great person. My daughter has warned me, do not ever even remotely criticize Taylor Swift ever again. The fact that she noticed it, you saw the eyes, right? Yeah, I mean, look, she had a great run as far as the Chiefs never lost, actually, basically, when she was Travis Kelce's girlfriend. But now the run is over. Yeah. Let's see if the relationship's over. I'm surprised they're not engaged yet, Todd. At some point, you have to bend the knee, right?
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's been, 2 years, right?
All right, two things. Number one, so when it comes to Taylor, I do know why they're booing, but at the same time, you wouldn't catch me doing that. The game is about football. It's about the teams, the players, but then having her there, she always gets a good amount of attention and focus. And then people just talk about it. I remember seeing one of Travis Kelce's interviews where they're talking about whether or not he's going to propose. Who gives a shit? That's not part of football. And he's not going to tell you anyways. Why would he? Oh, yeah, during a press conference. Yeah, I'm going to marry her when we win. And then he loses, and then it just seems weird. So, like, the press needs to stop being so stupid, stop shoving it down her throats. I don't mind her being there. I don't care. She's showing her support. It makes sense to me. But, I could see why they booed. I mean, I wouldn't care. And then this guy over here talking about the proposal after 2 years. Now, he's obligated to propose after 2 years? I mean, 2 years isn't even that long. Well, I guess in the celebrity world, that's a lifetime because they're getting divorced pretty quickly. And that probably comes down to not knowing each other well enough, not going through enough adversity enough to kind of evaluate each other during those strenuous times to see if you guys are actually capable of making it through tough times. But hey, that's just this churro speaking. If you enjoy the content, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button for your favorite churro on YouTube. See you guys on the next one.